Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, I've decided I'm going to do the movies and anime I've bought since December 2023. I'm not going to do these in any particular order. I'm just going to do them in the order that they're stacked in. And for the sake of not making this take 2 hours, I'm just going to show you the case, tell you whether I think it was good, bad, or mediocre, maybe make one other comment about it, and then move on. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing on the stack here, Castle in the Sky. I bought this recently. I like this movie a lot. I like it a lot. I started watching a lot of the Studio Ghibli stuff because on streaming services because my sister really likes them. So I started watching it, and then I decided to buy this one because I was like, that's good. We're gonna do 2 for 1 on this next one because it's the same thing. So this is uh, I'm just gonna call it season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm trying to like angle this at the camera. It's basically season 1 Jujutsu Kaisen, part 1, part 2. I like this anime a lot. I like it very, very much. I think it is very, very good. I recommend it. Probably just as much as Castle in the Sky. Now, this next one is one that I also like as well. Fantastic Beast and Where to Find Them. I think this is the only good one out of the 3 of them that they've made so far. And unfortunately, the third one is a nothing burger, so we're probably never going to see anything from that series ever again. This next one is Knives Out. I like this movie. It's pretty good in my opinion. Obviously, it's a little bit goofy, especially at the beginning with how the author dies. The because like author of a famous book series dies, and then the whole movie is centered around solving that crime. So his death's a bit goofy. There's some other things that are a bit goofy, but I still think it's an enjoyable movie. And Iron Man 1. This is actually the first movie I bought for my Blu ray player. I like this movie. I definitely like it. I think a lot of people like this movie. It's the first MCU movie. I think it's probably one of the better ones, in my opinion. So, yeah. Next one, Spider Man Across the Spider Verse. I really like this movie. I think this movie is a masterpiece. I do know, but at the same time, I don't know why I like these 2 movies so much. If that makes any sense to you. Next one, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I also really like this movie. I think it is also a masterpiece. Something else is that I really like the soundtracks for both of these movies. I think they're both really good. Although I will say, I do like the second one better. I think the second one is better, in my opinion, which is actually kind of strange in today's world because typically a sequel to something is worse than the original, but that's not the case for this. At least in my opinion, it's not. So, yeah, now I'm going to show you the last 2 things in just a second. All right, next up. Season 4 of OG Dragon Ball. Now, you're probably asking yourself, do I own the entire OG Dragon Ball series? And the answer is no. So, here's the thing. When it comes to OG Dragon Ball, they aren't printing these anymore. So everything online is a fake outside of the Crunchyroll store, and I bought this off of the Crunchyroll store. Now there may be some like other legitimate stuff outside the Crunchyroll store, obviously, but it seems like for the most part, most of everything, like 99% of everything of OG Dragon Ball is bootlegs and fakes and whatnot. So I bought this because I wanted the legitimate version of this, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get the legitimate versions of the other seasons. So that's just kind of whatever. Also, something else you'll notice as well. This thing is like it's thick. I don't know if you can tell that. It's thick. This thing is 5 disc. I'm not even joking on that either. It is literally five. You know, I'll just show it to you. This thing is very long, so you see that? That's a lot of disc, man. And then this piece right here that I'm moving my thumb on, that's like I guess that's where you put like some of the disc at for I don't know, if you're watching that one, you stick it in there. So I'm gonna take this back now, and it's a lot of disc. It is a lot of disc. Also, something else I should mention as well. I really like the colors on this thing. Not besides the fact that like red and blue are my favorite colors. I do think like the shade of blue they picked out for this is really good. So yeah, and also I guess I should specify that I've watched the entirety of OG Dragon Ball, and I really like it. I think it is a good show, in my opinion. I have not watched any of the other. Actually, no, I watched one Dragon Ball movie, but besides that, I have not watched any of the other stuff. But I would recommend it. I would recommend OG Dragon Ball, and I also recommend Dragon Ball Super Broly. I think is how you say his name. I like that movie. So yeah. I'm having a hard time getting the box back on here. Last thing here. It is 2 for 1. We're gonna do 2 for 1. I have bought this. Monsters Inc. and Monsters University. You probably weren't expecting that. You honestly probably weren't expecting me to show you a Pixar movie. I like these movies. I like these two. And there's like a few other Pixar movies as well that I like to rewatch, such as Wall-E and Up. Those are the two that I primarily rewatch. And I recently, sometime, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I rewatched The Incredibles 1 for the first time in a very, very, very long time. And I also enjoyed that movie. I think they're like timeless Pixar movies right there. Just my opinion. So, yeah, that's all the movies I've bought and all the anime I've bought since December 2023. And yeah, that's pretty much all. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. See ya.